we're separating that cotton that's compressed and throwing air on it, drying it out, getting it ready to go through the gin to be processed.
Okay. Okay. So first they have to be dry a little bit, you say?
We'll add air to it in 3 different places. This out here, we've got an 8 million BTU burner.
Okay.
As soon as we get in the gin, there's another 8 million BTU burner, and then 3 million BTU burners.
Okay.
That sometimes we run just one, sometimes we run, but most of the time we run 2, and sometimes all 4, just depending on how wet the cotton is.
Oh, okay. So you said it had to be like 5%?
5.5% moisture is ideal.
Okay. Dice que tiene que tener un poquito de humedad para que ellos puedan trabajar, solo como un 5% de humedad para que puedan trabajar con el algodón.
And we're going to start our first stage of cleaning. We're going to go through, we're going to split the cotton into 2 different lines, and then we'll go through the first piece of equipment. It's called a stick machine. Well, excuse me, the first is an incline cleaner. Incline cleaner takes the cotton up, gravity is pulling air, hot air through the cotton.
Okay.
And it is
That machine.
it's this machine here. When we walk inside the gym, there'll be one on either side.
Okay.
And here's a little video of one. This is a micro gin in Greenville, Mississippi, and it shows you how it's running. So there's a spike cylinder that's brushing that cotton over these grid bars, pulling air through the bottom, and it's pulling out the larger pieces of trash, the sticks and the hulls that are mixed in with that cotton.
Dice que esta parte de aquí avienta un aire caliente a presión, bien fuerte. Y aquí puedes mirar, dice que esta pieza la hacen en Mississippi. ¿Is it?
This is a video of a learning center in Greenville, Mississippi.
Y dice que este es el que limpia el algodón, que quita pedazos de madera, pedazos de palillos o todo lo que no es algodón.
You want this video?
Yeah.
He don't even weigh his cotton here.
You can tell here. Aquí puedes mirar, nos está enseñando cómo trabaja dentro de las máquinas, como ahorita van a mirar, pero realmente al entrar ahí hace tanto ruido que no se puede distinguir nada de lo que uno habla. Okay.
So from there we'll go to the next piece of equipment. It's called a stick machine, and it's using a similar method. It has cylinders with these channel saws, and those channel saws are grabbing that cotton, and the cotton sticks to the saw, and it's slinging it up against these grid bars, and the heavier trash, the sticks and the burrs and the holes, they get thrown off. This is a cross section of that running. You can see the cotton get slung up against these grid bars, and it gets pulled through with the saws and then doffed off with a brush cylinder, but you can see the heavier trash gets slung off the back.
Okay. Lo que él nos estaba enseñando es cómo esto separa el algodón, ¿verdad? De la basura. Sí, aquí pueden mirar cómo va separando todo.
So from there, we'll go through the stick machines, go through another set of incline cleaners, and then we're going towards the gin stand. So it goes through this. This is a screw conveyor that's bringing that cotton across all of these. These are the gin stands with extractor feeders.
Okay.
And it's given us a consistent flow of cotton across all 4 gin stands, so we don't have more cotton going through.
Oh, ok. Okay.
So it spreads it out, and it actually brings it down through an overflow and recirculates it. So you've got cotton coming through, so they stay full. Because we'll get to the gin stands here shortly, but the gin stands have to be full of cotton to run. The process doesn't work when they're partially full. So we have to keep them full all the time or stop.
It had to be on day and night, 24 hours working. When you guys start working?
If one of these runs out of cotton, we pull out the breast and stop the machine. So we want to keep it full for it to run, and if it runs out of cotton, we stop the machine.
Él dice que por aquí viene el algodón y le da mantenimiento a todas estas, y dice que viene con la misma cantidad de algodón, y dice que si alguno de estos se queda sin algodón, lo que hacen es que lo detienen porque quiere que todo que esté como saliendo, ¿verdad? Igual. Vamos a ir allá, pero como les dije, no se puede escuchar nada, entonces nomás vamos a ir, a grabar un poquito ahí.
On top of the gin stand, we have what's called an extractor feeder. One of the main things it is doing is spreading that cotton out so you have an even flow across the gin saw, but it's also doing one more stage of cleaning. So here, this is a cross section of this same model. It's a Loomis Model 700 extractor feeder.
I'm sorry. So this one is cleaning more? If it's still
It's
one?
doing more cleaning, but it's also spreading it across so you don't have clumps.
Yes.
So you have an even flow of cotton. So up top you've got a little mini incline cleaner, and then you have a stick machine here.
Okay. Dice que esta máquina también lo sigue limpiando como algo más que se quedó, y también hace que esté, ¿cómo le diré? Como que sea la misma cantidad de lado a lado, para que no se vaya a hacer como bolas o se vaya a quedar como mucho en un lado. Eso hace que salga todo bien. Y acá le está mostrando cómo van, ¿verdad? Acá son unos más pequeños y otros más.
So the next part, this is the gin stand itself.
Okay.
It's the heart of the gin, where we're actually removing the seed from the cotton. Everything we've done up into the gin stand is removing larger pieces of trash, sticks, burrs, and the hulls.
Okay.
So this extractor feeder is here, and then you have the gin stand on the bottom. This is that micro gin in Mississippi again, with a little bit different style of extractor feeder and the gin itself. So the gin these stands here are Loomis 158s. Each stand has 158 saws.
Okay.
Saws just like this, and each one comes in between a set of ribs.
Okay.
Just like that.
Oh.
And these saws are spinning about 850 RPMs.
Okay.
So the cotton is sitting up on top of this saw.
Okay.
And this saw is spinning, and it's taking a little bit of lint out every time it passes. But the seeds cannot fit through the ribs. It's a very small tolerance. So the saw's grabbing some lint off a little bit at a time, and then there's another brush that is spinning just a little bit faster than the saw, and it's brushing it off. So when it comes back through here,
it's kind of cleaning in the same time.
It's cleaning the saw and bringing the lint outside the back of the stand.
Okay.
So that seed will stay there and hang on to the saw as long as it has a little bit of lint on it. And whenever there's not enough lint for it to stick to the saw, it drops out the bottom. So that's where we're removing the seed from the cotton.
Okay.
And you can see that here. This is what we call the seed roll. That's the
Okay.
the cotton that's packed on
That-
top of the saws.
Okay. That's not what you call borra? No. Like where you, the thing that you guys use to make the mattresses? No.
That would be the next step.
Oh, the next. Okay,
notes.
okay, keep doing that. Sorry. Sí, yo le preguntaba.
See the seed roll here, this is the brush cylinder and the saw cylinder here, so you can see it cleaning that saw and whipping the lint back, or actually pulling with air off of that brush, and the seeds dropping out the bottom.
Sí, mira, se está cayendo, no sé si pueden apreciar, está cayéndose la semilla y cualquier otra basurita, y aparte también se está limpiando, porque el algodón tiene que ir completamente limpio y separan la semilla, como este es tan pequeño, él dice, y va aquí al tiempo que da la vuelta, y esto no permite que la semilla se pase, ¿verdad? Con el algodón, con las pacas de algodón. Y aquí puedes mirar, yo le preguntaba a él que si a esto le llaman la borra. Nuestro amigo José me había dicho que le llaman la borra y que con eso se hacen los colchones, pero él dice que es lo que sigue.
This is all going on right here as far as the footprint goes.
Okay.
The main part of the gin stand itself is actually a pretty small piece of equipment in the grand scheme of things on the plant. Everything else is doing pre-cleaning, drying, and then removing leaf and packaging.
Todo se está limpiando, se quitan las hojas, cáscaras, todo tiene que estar muy limpio.
So here's some pictures of the gin stand when we've got the covers off of it.
Okay.
These are the saws when they're actually protruding through the ribs here.
Okay.
When I say we pull the breast out, pull the stand out, when it runs out of cotton, these ribs pull back, and it pulls the cotton away from the saws, and that's what you see here is those ribs with the saws behind them.
Son como costillitas con navajas, y dice que esto es lo que pueden mirar después de que separan, ¿verdad? Quitan la parte de encima y puedes mirar todas las navajas y toda, él le dijo costillas.
This right here is called the seed roll agitator, and it's taking that cotton and it's moving it across those saws.
Okay.
Here this is the brush cylinder that's doffing that lint off of the saw.
How can we help you? How can anyone help you?
I'm here. Doffing the cotton off of the back of the saw.
Okay, the brush. Okay, estos son los cepillos.
So now that we've gone through the gin stands, behind each gin stand we've got a set of lint cleaners. Once that cotton has already been ginned, there's all the larger trash has been removed, all the seed has been removed, but there's still small specks of the leaf, and the leaf is a little bit sticky. It sticks to the cotton.
Okay.
So the lint cleaning machines are going to be taking that small leaf out of the cotton.
Okay.
So the farmer gets a better grade for their color and leaf content.
Oh, okay.
So during that process, it's not a totally perfect process. So that when we take leaf out, we're improving the grade for the customer, but they're also sacrificing just a small amount of lint, because that leaf does stick to the cotton, and when it gets ripped away, it pulls a small amount of lint with it.
Él dice que quitan separan la hoja del algodón, y que aun cuando ellos tratan, ¿verdad?, de quitarlo, y no como con cuidado, dice, de todas maneras, para que tenga sea una mejor calidad de algodón, todavía se sacrifica poquito algodón, porque se arranca el algodón con los pedazos de las hojas.
And that was what you mentioned earlier, that gets used for mattresses. upholstery and cars, couches,
Oh.
mop heads,
Okay.
non-woven materials, some types of insulation. Use that. It's a shorter fiber typically. It's
Okay.
not very good for woven fabrics. It's mostly non-woven padding and stuff like that.
Ok, él dice que toda esa basurita, todo eso ya me habían comentado a mí, se le vuelve a dar otra pasada y eso sirve para hacer como los colchones o algunos sofás o diferentes tipos de cosas. Ujú. Dice que esto se usa para otras cosas porque nos sirve como algodón, ¿verdad? Ujú.
So from there, after the lint cleaning, here's actually a video of the lint cleaners behind each gin stand. So that cotton first gets sucked onto a battery condenser, and it draws that cotton down into a smooth vat and runs it over a saw cylinder, sort of similar to the channel saws, but they're very, very small, like a jigsaw size
Okay.
saw blade.
Kind of like a tiny bit.
Yeah,
Kinda.
very, very small, and it's bringing that lint over a series of grid bars, somewhat similar to the stick machines, and it's whipping that cotton over, and the force of the cotton sticking to the teeth is greater than the centrifugal force that is throwing the heavier trash off. So once it whips that fiber over a series of grid bars, the trash and the shorter fiber is ejected out, and the lint gets pulled through and then onto packaging.
Okay.
The lower quality, shorter lint mixed in the trash goes to another press where we're going to bale it up and sell it to use for non-woven type material.
Okay, that's the one they call the...
Modes, yeah.
Okay. Sí, dice que aquí esta es la máquina, aquí pueden mirar como para limpiarse. Me imagino esta es esa, nada más aquí, como se mira cuando está abierta, ¿verdad? Y dice que golpea y tumba toda la basura para atrás. Ujú. Pues la arreglan también y así la preparan también para venderla. Ujú.
The next, now that we've got all the seed and trash removed, we're going to go into the packaging before it's pressed into a bale. There's really still no value for the farmer. They're not able to market it until they press it into a bale. Now in the United States, we are on universal density bales, so every bale produced in the United States is to the same dimensions and range of weights. So it is helpful to the U.S. producer and merchant to sell cotton because it's a consistent package, so it makes it more appealing to buyers overseas because they know they're getting, when they buy a bale of cotton, it's going to be the same bale. Even though the lint may be different quality, the bale dimensions will be the same.
Okay. So when it's all clean and all, each bale is kind of similar.
They're all similar.
Yeah, all similar. Okay. Él dice que después de que limpian y está todo, ya tiene un valor cuando ya todo está, ¿cómo se dice? Compreso, como ya está bien empaquetado, vamos a decirlo así. No, ahorita en este momento no pienso de otra manera. Como que ya está hecho como una paca y entonces lo venden, ¿verdad? Y todo está registrado, ellos les mandan como los stickers que van en cada paca. They send you the sticker, right? They go in each, yeah.
Prior to the universal density bales, a buyer might get cotton from Bemis Gin, and the bales are one shape and size, and then they buy cotton from a farmer that was at another gin, and it's a different size and shape, and
Okay.
they wouldn't stack the same, and the unloading equipment would be a little bit different, so it's
Okay.
been helpful.
Oh, wow. But the way that you guys have yours is like exactly similar. Like,
It would be the same in any other cotton gin in the United States.
Ok. Sí, dice que como ellos hacen las pacas de algodón, son como debe de ser en los Estados Unidos. Dice como es similar, ellos que todo sea igual y tratan de... and it's first and second, right? First, like quality, the cotton, the best, and someone told me some cotton is better than another, right?
Yeah, there's several different factors that cotton is classed. One of them is the color. You also have the leaf content.
Oh,
So that the lighter the cotton, the better the color grade. The more leaf that you have in it, the lower the leaf grade you get.
oh,
There's also fiber length.
So I had to bump it back up.
Fiber's important to fabric makers, mills, because the longer the fiber, the stronger it is, the softer the material is going to be. There's also uniformity of the length of the fiber, so that the higher the uniformity, the more consistent the lengths of the fibers are, and then you also have micronair, which would be the weight or the coarseness of the fibers themselves.
oh, okay.
A lot of that has to do with the growing season and the genetics of the cotton itself.
Oh.
But the few things that a cotton gin can have effect on is the leaf content, and it's kind of a fine line, because the cleaner you get it, the more lint you sacrifice in the lint cleaning. So
Oh, okay. The more you clean, but at the same time you take away some cotton.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So we want to clean it to a certain extent, but not there's such thing as over cleaning it, because
You will take away.
you will sacrifice too much weight.
Oh, okay, okay. So how many pounds you think each bale?
The bales are around 500 pounds. They're traded at 480 pounds, but typically they're a little bit heavier. They're in a range of usually 450 and 520 pounds.
Dice que las pacas pesan como 500 libras, pero que 400, you say like it's around 480 or 498?
Yeah. About.
Yeah.
When cotton is contracted, it's contracted in 480 pound bales.
Dice que cuando hacen los contratos realmente debería de ser 498 libras, pero que son como 500. Yeah. And how much is how much it costs one bale?
One bale, well, it depends. Right now, cotton is March cotton futures are 81 cents per pound.
O 81. La libra está valorada en 81 centavos. Yeah. Como que vendría a ser poquitos de menos de $1 a una libra. O un kilo sería como $1 y algo en pesos mexicanos.
So the first step in the packaging process is the battery condenser. So It's a cylinder where we're drawing air through the perforated cylinder, and it sucks that cotton up onto the cylinder and forms it into a bat, a nice clean bat. The purpose of this is to not have clumps in the bale, so you get a more even packaged bale.
Esto también ayuda para que la paca esté como, ¿cómo se dijera en español? Como bien pareja, que no esté como con bolas o con nudos.
So here's two videos here. This is the cross section from that gin in Mississippi, and then this one is our battery condenser here.
Okay. Sí, aquí está enseñando un video. Miren qué bonito sale el algodón. Y
Here's
acá.
what the cotton looks like coming out.
Oh, y mira el algodón acá. Aquí puedes apreciar. En este lado, como viene saliendo.
So once we get out in the gin, you'll look up and see that battery condenser. The next machine it goes through is the moisture unit. We talked about taking moisture out of the cotton to make it gin more efficiently and better. But cotton is dried 7.5%, and it gins better about 5.5%. So we add moisture back to that cotton because the farmer is paid for the product based on weight. So when we take water out, it's taking weight from that cotton. So we want to add just enough water back to the cotton to add the weight back, but not so much that it affects the quality or the shelf life.
Dice que el granjero pagó por el peso, entonces realmente ellos ahora le tienen que agregar un poquito de agua, ¿verdad?
So the next thing we're going to go to is a couple pieces of equipment that all work in conjunction with each other. You've got a belt feeder, which is a belt conveyor that's pushing that cotton into a box, and a pusher that's going to push that cotton to what's called a tramper. It's a vertical cylinder that's pushing the cotton down into the press box.
Okay.
Now below the ground, you've got in the press pit, you've got two press boxes.
Okay.
So you've got one on this side where you're loading it up, and it's got a small cylinder that's packing that cotton in there.
Okay.
While we're making a bale on the other side. Once this press box fills, the whole thing spins, and we start making a bale on this side while we're filling up on the other side. So we're always filling up a press box on one side and making a bale on the other side.
Oh, okay. Bueno.
So we've got an uppacking press here. We've got an 11-inch ram that's going to come out of the ground and make that bale.
Okay. Sí, pues verdad, yo estoy tratando de explicar a cómo les puedo explicar, y él está diciendo como en un lado del otro lado están haciendo las pacas, y pues ahorita vamos a ir a mirar allá.
I think that's all
Okay.
a day, up to about 600 bales a day on a really good day. And this kind of gives you an idea of how many T-shirts you get out of 500 bales and jeans or towels.
Él está diciendo que están haciendo como 608 bales a day. How many you said a day you guys make?
About 500 a day on average, but we have done as many as 600 on a really good day.
Dice que están haciendo 500 pacas al día, pero que ya han llegado a ser 600, y que aquí solamente es como una tabla donde te enseñan cuánto de 500 pacas, cuántas camisetas puedes hacer, bastantes pantalones y toallas y todo eso. Es bien interesante. Oh, you don't know what year it was?
I sure don't.
Miren, este cuadro es de Dyersburg, aquí en parte de Tennessee. Wow. Yeah.
There is one picture coming into.
For real?
It was actually coming in to this cotton gin before it was at this location.
Oh.
The original Bemis gin.
Cotton
was, down
wagon
the road
on the
store.
Campbell live at the intersection. Wow. Este cuadro era donde aquí en Jackson cuando estaba otro gym. So this is the same road.
Yes,
No,
it is.
esta es la misma calle por donde ahora está el gym de su papá de él. Wow. And that's so bad that they don't put the year. Yeah.